men's singles side.
Cody Henderson was, we needed to check his pulse earlier. He had 26 in a row to start his game in the quarterfinals. He has well earned that #3 ACL Pro ranking in the standings. Trey Birchfield being #2 and Damon Dennis being #1. That we'll see a little bit later.
Henderson out of Jackson, Ohio. Harvey out of Chesapeake, Virginia.
Men's singles action, gentlemen.
And we are set. So Cody Henderson has switched things up a little bit, going with the shades here this weekend. We talked to him about it a little bit earlier. They're prescription sunglasses. That's why he's wearing them. He's like, I have to wear them so I can see. So he ditched the regular traditional glasses and went with the baller sunglasses. It's worked for him today. Boy, was he hot in the quarterfinals. 26 straight, 31 out of 32.
Another difference in bag selection styles. Cody Henderson throwing those green local bags, Demons. They are going to be a very slow bag. He throws a very powerful bag. Makes it look like they're fast, but they're really not. Mike Harvey, on the other hand, he's throwing those red all slides. All corner, all slides. And he's actually throwing on the slick side, which tells you he's got to throw it really high. And if he doesn't hit that hole, he's going off the back of the board.
Final bag for Cody, and it is in.
Start ourselves with a double 4-bagger, Jeff.
Well, for those of you who are new to the sport, Cody Henderson, there you see on the top of your screen, kind of on the right. Cody, a former #1 player in the world, and really probably, I don't want to say the most passionate player, but he's a very emotional player.
Yeah, and usually he's gonna, if it gets close and and he's throwing well and it gets later into the game, his volume level goes up and up and up.
Yeah, and he is just notorious for trash talking himself, which
that's true.
Is really funny to listen to. So we'll see how this one goes. Well, Mike Harvey having a pretty good year, Trey. We just saw him a few weeks ago in Erie for the first pro shootout from double side. Made it to the broadcast court.
Playing alongside James Washington. Harvey trying to go in for 2 straight 4-baggers, 8 in a row to start the game.
And the lefty spins it in for the 4-bagger.
The rookie takes himself a 2-0 lead here in this semifinal matchup.
He has been playing for 7 years, but as you said, a rookie here on the circuit. And one of the strengths to his game, again, he's a left-hander, but he can actually curve the bag both ways.
Very crafty in the ability to get around bags. It's kind of what he's known for, going around bags, whereas Henderson is much well known for going through and over, pairing together a fantastic push shot with a deadly airmail.
Harvey now with 10 straight to start the match.
Taking some extra time on this throw. Trying not to get too excited. I know he's throwing well at the beginning of this game. Another one in by Henderson.
Now Harvey trying to make it 3 straight 4-baggers, and that one just spins off the back of the board.
And you see how fast that is. He is throwing those slick bags. And that's just going to be a single point for Henderson. He doesn't love that. He wishes he could go in. But the reason Harvey throws such a slick bag, you see that bag hanging on the side of the hole by Henderson? Mike Harvey's bags are not going to do that. If it hits the hole like that, it's falling in. That's the reason that Harvey likes to throw slick bags, because he gets that benefit of the bag falling in. The problem is, the downside is exactly what you just saw on Harvey's 4th bag. It ends up off the board. Like that bag that Henderson just threw right there, if Harvey had thrown that same trajectory, he's off the back.
Just gently lays that one in behind Cody's bag, kind of pinches a little bit. Now Cody goes in behind him.
Now, short airmail will drag this. It's just about whether or not you want to throw it. He'll probably go up the center with the next 2 bags and wait to see how that bag behaves before making a decision, but you got to get towards the center there if you're Harvey.
Boy, you are right, Trey. Those bags are fast.
There we go.
How much does he want to go after it now? Does he want to wait? He's going to wait. Now it puts an interesting decision in Cody Henderson's hands. Does he go for an airmail on this, 50 to 55% of the hole that's open, or does he lay behind and possibly force Harvey into a big shot in round number 4 here? He went for the airmail and just kicks left. Now decision to make for Harvey, up for a potential big shot, maybe even a drag, or lay up for a wash.
Last bag. And, hits the airmail. Cannot drag the other one, but still a huge airmail for Mike Harvey.
Yeah, that's a big shot for momentum to give him 2 points here. It's so hard to get on this big stage and hit big shots. And right there, that is what you define a big shot. Last bag of the round, 50% of the hole, and he still nails it.
And already to round number 5 of 10. Harvey with a 4-1 lead, and the first one is in. Harvey actually currently owns his own pressure washing business in Chesapeake, Virginia, but he's a former teacher and high school basketball coach at the JV level. He was a great high school basketball player back in the Chesapeake area. So just another one of the many players that we talk about. They're just former athletes from another sport. Just a great story. He said his community has been so supportive back in the Chesapeake area.
One thing about playing Cody Henderson, though, is he is patient. He's going to let you hit that big shot. He's fine with it. He knows that you are going to have to grind against him every round for 10 straight rounds. And he's going to take his opportunity to tie up the game. That's what Cody Henderson does and why he's so good. Jeff, hasn't it just felt like Mike Harvey has been nearly perfect in this first half of the game?
Yes.
He's been so good, and it's tied. That's what just Cody is so good at doing. He just kind of hangs around. He's annoying. He's that little gnat that just won't go away. And then all of a sudden, at the end of the game, he's the one making the big shots, being consistent, and that's why he extends leads at the end of the games.
Hits the first one here, and now puts the pressure back on Harvey. Tie game at 4, round number 6 of 10. Again, Cody just so passionate. After being a former #1 player in the world, he's kind of like a coach. I mean, he said it was so difficult for him after he became the #1 player in the world because he just felt so much pressure the next year. Just couldn't take it. He hated it.
Keep an eye on that bag and see if it begins to creep backwards at all.
He said the losses just were worse than any highs he would get from any win. Just so competitive.
Unfortunately, he pushed it out of the way. You see how slick that was? It kind of just morphed into the side of the hole.
And Cody punches in another one. Second 4-bagger in a row for Cody Henderson. And he's going to get a couple more points. So now Cody takes a 6-4 lead.
Henderson, round number 7.
When, like you said, Trey, just hanging around, and now boom, back-to-back 4-baggers and a 2-point lead.
Ooh, and that's a question mark bag. That's what I call them, question mark bags. You don't know how that bag is going to behave. It is tacky. It's likely not to go in, but if it moves at all, if Harvey does anything because he's coming from this angle to jostle it back towards the center, you just wonder if it tempts Henderson into some type of airmail.
Yeah, it's slowly kind of inching its way closer to a hole.
And I don't think Henderson goes, yep, he's going to just concede. If he gives 2 on a 4-bagger, he'll take a tie game.
And Harvey can't get it.
Wait.
Oh, hold on, Cody. It's still moving. It does fall in, so Harvey picks up the 4-bagger.
Wow.
So he'll tack on 2 more points, and we are tied going into round number 8.
Wow, what a way for that round to end. You just thought, oh my gosh, he missed it. But we talked about those slick bags. It just keeps go, and falls. And just like that, we're tied. He liked that one. You see the reaction right there. He knew what it meant to get this game tied.
And now the honor is for Harvey with the first bag that's in. Round number 8. Just spins in. Ooh, Cody, a little blocker right in front. Interesting.
Because there's a gap in between here, does Harvey go air? No, he stepped out. I don't know if I like that decision. I think you either block behind or go straight airmail.
Cody trying to push them both in, gets one, and now his. It's kind of on the outside of the red zone.
Harvey wants so bad to step out and try to take this bag, but I think he just talked himself into being conservative here and keep this game close. Well, he may have talked himself back out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, he just stepped out a little bit. Last bag for Harvey, and gets one out of the two. So can Cody grab that one? No, he goes to the right, but misses off to the right.
That's going to be two more. Harvey takes the lead.
Another lead change.
2 rounds remain.
On to round number 9.
And this is where pressure begins to build. You've kept it close against one of the best players in the world, and now it's about finishing. Just pushes it to the right and off. Henderson lets you off the hook, though.
A little bit, yeah. Harvey's second one is in. Cody Henderson, currently the 3rd ranked player in the world.
Bag is as good as in. Henderson set up for a +1 round. Oh, but it can come back to a +3 round if Henderson can finish up in the hole.
Oh, big opportunity coming up. So Harvey's is in, and now Cody trying to retake the lead. Oh, misses off to the left.
In for a single point into the last round of the game.
8-7, Mike Harvey. This is the final round.
Final round.
And
1 point lead for the rookie.
Mike Harvey has the words that every cornhole player loves to hear. 4-bagger wins it.
Cody with the honors.
Mike Harvey can put all 4 bags in the hole regardless of what Henderson does. He is going to win.
That one just drops in. Oh, Henderson off to the left and way short.
Yes, and now the door is wide open for Harvey to take advantage.
2 straight for Harvey. Trying to knock off the 3rd ranked player in the world. We talked about all the big names. Harvey was the one outlier this weekend.
I think the only option for Henderson right now, he's got to have a block right here.
Stop.
That's exactly what he needed to do because it just provides a little bit of obstruction for Harvey, but Harvey goes right through, and now Henderson has no choice. He has to go after this bag and try to bring it in. I don't even think he has a possible angle, but you almost have to try it. No, he's staying back in. He's just going to hope that Harvey, I guess, throws it off the board.
Yeah, putting the pressure on Mike Harvey now with his final bag, a 4-bagger to win it, and he knocks it in.
Mike Harvey with an incredible performance against a top 5 player in the world to get into the finals.
The rookie out of Chesapeake, Virginia with a huge upset here in the first semifinal on the men's side.